he doesn't want to let go of this case. He needs to be forced to let go of this case. Not by a federal district judge, not by some federal appellate panel or federal appellate court. Stop wasting time. Do as I suggest. And if you fail on that front, so be it. There's really not much else you can do. You can simultaneously keep going up the appellate ladder in New York. But good God, how many times do I have to explain this, Rich? Explain it here, I explain it on Blaze, I explain it on Fox, I explain it over and over again, I've written about it. I don't know. All the spectacle of going to the Supreme Court, there's no spectacle. The court says no, the court says no. Called the justice system. Anyway, I want to go on. We'll keep an eye on this, don't worry. This is ground zero for this stuff. A dear friend of mine, Paul Kengor, professor at a great college, Rose City. To me, he's the expert, really, on the old Soviet communism. Brezhnev and before, Brezhnev and after. And Paul, I wanted to bring you on the program. You wrote extensively about documents that were uncovered, one in particular, but documents that were uncovered in the old Soviet Union when it collapsed. It demonstrated that John Tunney, then a senator from California, Ted Kennedy, then a senator from Massachusetts, also a presidential wannabe on a fairly regular basis. That they worked, particularly Kennedy, to try and defeat Ronald Reagan and to help the communists in the Soviet Union. Please explain, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Good to be with you again. Yeah, so now looking at it right now, and the date on it was May 14, 1983, and it was written by the head of the KGB, Viktor Cheprikov, and he's writing to the head of the Soviet Union, Yuri Andropov, right? Soviet General Secretary Yuri Andropov. And by the way, you know Soviet history really well. Andropov had head of the KGB himself for a long time, and was just a really sinister, nasty, SOB of the KGB.
Killer.
Yeah, he really was. He was horrible. So this is May 14, 1983, and it says at the top of it that it's confidential. The way that we got the document, it was the early 1990s. Boris Yeltsin was opening up the Soviet archives, and a reporter from the BBC and London Times named Tim Sebastian was the first one to report this. In fact, he reported in the London Times, January 2nd, 1990.
Well, this is a really small town. So.
Showed a picture of the upper right corner of it. That was it.
Well, if you looked it up, and Napoleon, Ohio is not very big.
Central Committee Archives of the Soviet Union. There was a rush in the archives to get a copy of this document. I got a full document. I got it in Russian. I got it translated in English. I published it in a couple books, including my 2006 book on Ronald Reagan, The Crusader. That's actually the book that's the basis of the Reagan movie, so it's a pretty well-known book. And the actual statement on it says confidential offer, and it's written to the head of it. It says, I'm looking at it right now, subject in it, special importance, and then it says, regarding Senator Kennedy's request to the General Secretary of the Communist Party, YV or Yuri Andropov. And then it says in the memo that Kennedy's very troubled about U.S.-Soviet relations, the deterioration in U.S.-Soviet relations. And he said the problem here, Mark, was not the murderous despot in the Soviet Union, but Ronald Reagan. The problem was Reagan's all right, according to Kennedy, as expressed in this document. And then it said this is made worse by Reagan's statement. Further, Mark, it says that refusal was exacerbated, was made worse by Reagan's political success, which, even worse, is making him really re-electable because the election is coming up. So by the fourth and fifth paragraph of Cheprikov's memo to Andropov, he really gets to the thrust of what Kennedy's offering. And he says, Reagan, he's soaring to re-election. Is there anywhere where he's vulnerable? Because they know he's really popular. Reagan's on the way to winning 49. Threats to Reagan are problems of war and peace and Soviet-American relations. Quote, these issues, according to the senator, will without a doubt become the most important of the election Kennedy believes that, given the state of current affairs and in the interest of peace, it would be prudent and timely to undertake the following steps to counter the militaristic politics of Reagan. So right here,
Yeah, she's driving on her own.
an offer.
She's coming home from work, so
It was communicated
all good.
directly
It's finally snowing here. That's snow coming down. It's not rain.
to a Democratic senator from California. And
Oh, it's frozen rain, I guess.
At University of Virginia. And
Yeah, it's 30
and drop off
34 degrees, so it's frozen rain.
for a personal meeting. And the memo says, Shepard Pond goes to the drop off. The main purpose of the meeting, according to the senator, would be to arm Soviet officials.
I gotta stop at Kroger's.
Regarding problems of nuclear disarmament.
Kroger.
So they would be better prepared for convincing during appearances in the USA. Kennedy said the strategy was needed to help the Soviets, quote, influence America. Influence America. So he offered to...
We're not supposed to get any accumulation, but we'll see.
He would go there in August or September of 1983. He would arrange televised interviews with their drop-off to the USA. Kennedy and his friends said Shepard Pond would help out, and he named specifically Walter Cronkite and Barbara Walters, who were both listed by name in the memo. But because Reagan is good at propaganda, right, this strategy to influence America, especially...
Yeah, we're coming down too. Actually, we're supposed to be going down continuously throughout the day tomorrow. But then the rains or the precipitation stops, so it'll be dry and cold tomorrow.
December 1st, 1983, the Soviets, under Andropov, flew Korean airliner 007 out of the sky, killing over 200 passengers, including 970 Americans. And then after that, Andropov got sick.
Supermarkets. Yeah, I prefer that the Sodders, that small local market, but for what I'm trying to get, I gotta stop there.
Let me ask you a couple of questions, Paul. Let me ask you a couple. So this comes out, went out in 92, 93, correct?
Yes,
When is it?
London Times, January 2nd, 1992.
1992. Ted Kennedy dies in 2009. So between then and the death of Ted Kennedy, really the media didn't do much about it, did they? They never really confronted him. If they did, it was a real hit and miss.
Absolutely nothing whatsoever. To the point where when I was told...
Yeah, that's the plan. Tomorrow we're gonna chill and watch football. We got plenty of pizza left over. I got my chicken soup. We're good.
And he said, you need to know about this document. He described it to me in an email. I said, you got to be kidding. I mean, there's no way that you got the document. No way. We said, yes, I'm telling you. And so he sent it to me. Also involved in this, the late great Herbert Romerstein, who was very well versed in Nona papers. Richard Pipe, the Harvard professor for 50, 60 years. I have Pipes, read it. Democrats, Jerry and Leona Schechter, who wrote the book Sacred Secrets on Oppenheimer. They were old Cold War Democrats. In fact, Jerry worked for Jimmy Carter not long ago. They were my agents for this book. They read it, reviewed it all very, very carefully. And I reported it in 2006. I published the whole document.
All right, so let me ask you some more questions before we run out of time. Did the Democrat Party denounce Ted Kennedy for his treason?
Of course not.
Did the media denounce Ted Kennedy for his treason?
Crickets, not a word.
A lion of the Senate, isn't that what they called him?
Sure did. Sure did.
And they looked up to him, and they embraced him, and they considered him a great leader, and he was on the Judiciary Committee and other committees, correct?
Absolutely right.
Don't you find it a little odd then, Professor Ken Gore, when we come back, my question to you, is all of a sudden the Democrats are very concerned about Russia. They create this whole Russia collusion lie, which was a lie from beginning to end and in between. Now apparently they have problems with some of President Trump's nominees. Let me ask you this, and then we'll go to the break and come back.
Hey Duke, good to see you, buddy.
Is there any nominee
Happy New Year.
that Donald Trump has proposed that has done anything of the kind that Ted Kennedy did this aggressive, extensive effort to work with the communist regime to defeat his political opposition, a sitting president of the United States. Answer that when I come back. I'll be right back.
Must love end.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call your fast rate quote today. Call 800-294-7532. That's 800-294-7532. 800-294-7532. As part of this intended to diagnose true cure of identity disease. The holidays are just, so why are you so stressed? Did you finally pay your supplements are full of fillers like the rest? Big box brands cut corners, but one brand stays true. Premier Research Labs is backed by thousands of 5-star rating reviews. Sleep, energy, and stress all create and heal. A holiday wellness essentials bundle supports all three and is 15% off plus free shipping at prlabs.com. So, Premier Research Labs.
Right now, the #1 money-related search term, according to Google, is will the market crash in 2024? Hi, it's Preston James, and if you're wondering the same thing, it's time to discover my money press method. You see, the money press uses the new weekly options and market forces already taking place to create your very own growth and income machine, all while being able to sleep at night. Check out the new proof from my real brokerage account. Go to accountproof.com. That's accountproof.com. You'll be able to watch a 7-minute video detailing how it's done. The best part is you can start small and go at your own pace. If making an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per month has prevented you from being able to retire,
You too, buddy.
you know about the money press. Let me prove how the money press can work for you. Go to accountproof.com to see the video. That's accountproof.com. See you there today.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
Imagine relying on a dozen different software programs to run your business, none of which are connected, and each one more expensive and more complicated than the last. It can be pretty stressful. Now, imagine Odoo. Odoo has all the programs you'll ever need, and they're all connected on one platform. Doesn't Odoo sound amazing? Let Odoo harmonize your business with simple, efficient software that can handle everything for a fraction of the price. Sign up today at odoo.com. That's odoo.com. So right now, maybe you may think how you pay for healthcare. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join Medishare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining Medishare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously.
Thank you very much, Duke. I think I'm gonna put it in the order too.
Their satisfaction rate is 90%.
My hair's getting long enough. I'm gonna
And Medishare's proven things.
try that pomade out.
Years, it's a Christian community, hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing.
MCC, Happy New Year. Good to see you, bud.
Promo code SHARE. They'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. Place within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st. So call now and save more. Here's the number. 844.
I've been lurking a lot. I've been watching all your videos. I was just watching one at the restaurant. Not catching the premieres, but I'm watching them. Super busy lately.
The David Webb Show. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern on Sirius XM Patriot Channel 125 and on the Sirius XM app. Conservative principles, freedom of speech. Freedom of majority. Freedom of speech is a conservative principle. Why?
think sweet was supposed to be sweat, but we get it.
On a Sirius XM app. Strong national defense. Legal immigration.
We get it, Pink Taco.
The election day. I mean, that's what that would be. That would be the exact equivalent. And with a document to prove it. So, you know, the Russian hoax, collusion hoax, and everything, they came up with absolutely nothing. You'd have an actual memo from the current head of the FSB AGB, written to Putin. Yeah, with an offer from a Republican senator, from Donald Trump to fly to Moscow to meet with Putin, with the direct point of undermining Biden's 2024.
And just to underscore your point, they impeached him over nothing. A phone call with Zelensky, which was a perfectly fine phone call. So imagine, you're 100% right.
Yeah, him and Spanky Pants or whatever it is now. Make sure you follow them.
But I'm looking at this Ted Kennedy thing. When I find
We've done a couple of
Democrats,
videos together.
say what they're saying.
We did the hash bash together.
A bunch of hypocritical bastards. No.
Yeah, well, they've always done this. I mean, remember Jim Rice, the Speaker of the House, right? 1980s, meeting with Daniel Ortega over the Contras. And of course, when the Democrats do this, you know, they're heroes. They're freedom fighters. You know, they're doing the Lord's work. You know, they're saving the country. But as soon as anybody on the Republican side even talks to somebody overseas for whatever purpose, I mean, they start yelling and screaming collusion. But in the case of Kennedy, I mean, this was the highest level. The head of the KGB, the head of the Soviet Union, competent.
And they love Kennedy right to the bitter end, and they still love him, and they still
Well, we're coming up in a couple months. Hopefully the weather's as good as it was last year. Or this year, I guess, still.
Professor Paul Pengor, American Spectator.
I think it's in April, right?
God bless you.
Thanks, Mark. Take care.
Take care of yourself. Now what do you have to say, liberal Democrats? I'll be right back.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down, sending out heart-stopping collection letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses.
Fucking commercials, man. Satellite radio, you would think would be a lot less commercials. Yeah, if they make it to round two.
Resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. They'll fight on your
How about my Michigan guys today? April 4th through 6th. Okay. Really? Usually it's just one day. Well, April 4th is my wife's birthday, so I can't do that.
Exactly. That's why I use NordVPN every time I surf the web. Features like threat protection.
I don't know, as bad as our defense was last night, we're going to have a hard time making it past. We're going to be lucky to get to first round bye.
See for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity for every day.
Are you feeling trapped by a timeshare you no longer want? You're not alone. Thousands of people are stuck paying for timeshares they hardly use. But here's the good news. There's a way
Yeah, you
out.
never know in the playoffs.
We specialize in legally canceling timeshares.
Catch a team that's hot.
Years of experience and a dedicated team. We've successfully
Couple
helped
bad
countless
plays.
clients just like you break free.
Any given Sunday, they say.
No more annual fees.
I believe that.
Costs, just freedom from your unwanted timeshare. Imagine what you could do with all that extra money.
Oh, we lost to
Peace of
Tampa
mind.
Bay at
That's
home.
traveling to places you really want to go. Saving for a new home or just enjoying life without that financial burden hanging over your
Before
head.
everybody got hurt.
Possible. And it's easier than you think. Call 800-456-7388. That's 800-456-7388. Our friendly experts will guide you through the process step by step, ensuring a smooth and stress-free experience. So call us now at 800-456-7388. That's 800-456-7388 and take the first step toward freedom. Again, 800-456-7388. 800-456-7388.
FBI issues warning China.
There you go. That sounds like an idea.
Companies, telecommunications, and water plants. And you and your family are in critical danger of random blackouts. Are you ready? Fort Patriots has you covered with a powerful solar generator.
I'm gonna exit here and grab something
It never needs gas. Ever. People use their solar generators to power big appliances like their fridge. For days, Kevin Yim from Savannah said, "I ran."
She's not big into the weeds. I am, but she's not.
Texas said, "Yes, all right."
She'd rather have a good drink.
Bell said, "Not only is the generator great, the customer service is fantastic. Why use unsafe gas generators and breathe toxic fumes? Play it safe in the Patriot Power Solar Generator 2000X by Ford Patriots. This best solar generator is sold out before, so don't wait because you can find yourself in the dark during a dangerous blackout. Go to getsolar2.com. That's getsolar2.com. Claim a free solar panel and free gifts. Go to getsolar2.com now.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. You know what I hate? Phony sales, cashback, coupons, rebates, bonus points, frequent flyer miles, membership rewards. Why is it so hard? So complicated to save money. If they really want to save me money, then just charge me less. Why do they make me jump through hoops? Just treating me like a real person. At Steven Singer Jewelers, we don't play these pricing games. We have one store, one place, one price. Whether you shop with us online, by phone, catalog, or in our showroom, you'll know you're getting the best price every time. We never have a sale, never have a rebate, never have any special offers. Just one place, one price. You don't have to scour the internet to look for deals. You don't have to wait for some momentous occasion like Columbus Day to take advantage of some phony sale. At Steven Singer Jewelers, you always get the best price. You're going to have fun buying a diamond for someone you love. Buy real jewelry from a real jeweler. Steven Singer Jewelers. Visit me at the other corner of 8th and Walnut. By phone, 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
Free markets, religious freedom. We are Sirius XM Patriots. Channel 125. Conservative principles live here.
You're listening to the best of the Mark Levin Show. Happy New Year.
Mark Levin speaking to the 4 out of 5 Americans who are literate at 877-381-3811.
All right, let me update you on this shooting. The Associated Press, teacher and a teenage student killed in a shooting at a private Christian school in Wisconsin. AP Madison, a teenage student, opened fire with a handgun at a private Christian school in Wisconsin, killing a teacher and another teenager during the final week before Christmas break. The shooter also died. The shooter also wounded others at Abundant Life Christian School, including 2 students who are in critical condition and 4 with less serious injuries. I'm feeling a little dismayed now, so close to Christmas, Barnes said. He's the chief of police. The shooter was a 17-year-old female student. A law enforcement official told the Associated Press the official was not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation and spoke to the AP on the condition of anonymity. Police said the shooter was dead by apparent suicide when officers arrived. Chief Barnes
I'll be right back.
details about the shooter, partly out of respect for the family, but a few rare exceptions, a 17-year-old can't legally possess a gun in Wisconsin, so that's an important point, isn't it? In other words, there's absolute gun control for a 17-year-old. Abundant Life is a non-denominational Christian school. Kindergarten.
That looks like they are. We'll see. If not, I'll be right back. See you guys in a minute.
State capital. Children and families were reunited at the Capitol building about a mile away. Let's see here. Someone from the school called 911 to report an active shooter shortly before 11 a.m. It was 10:57. First responders who were in training just 3 miles away dashed to the school for an actual emergency. Investigators believe the shooter used a 9mm pistol. Well, they would know for sure now because she committed suicide, so the pistol's there. A law enforcement official told AP the official spoke in condition of anonymity again because they were not authorized to discuss the investigation. I'm not aware that the school had metal detectors, nor should schools have metal detectors. It's a safe space, says Barnes. Well, not safe enough, and this is part of the problem. A safe place, a safe space. So all safe spaces should have metal detectors, is that it? I wonder if the police precinct has metal detectors. Just curious. Police blocked off roads around the school. Federal agents were on the scene to assist local law enforcement. No shots were fired by police. And it goes on. Shootings have set off a fervent debate about gun control, and it goes on. Well, she was 17, and in Wisconsin she wasn't allowed to own a gun. So I don't know what gun control they're arguing, or who she got it from. Whether it was a parent, who the hell knows? But we're going to do gun control, and they put as a rules, and that's just so absurd. So absurd, in my humble opinion. You feeling the stress about giving your family a memorable holiday? You know you're not alone. Prices remain very high. A lot of people are maxing out on more than one credit card or multiple credit cards. Now's the perfect time to take control of your finances and pay off that debt. If you're a homeowner, American Financing can help you unlock the equity in your home and start saving. Your customers save $800 to $900 a month on average. That's $10,000 or more a year. Think about that. Over 10 years, it's over $100,000. Just imagine what that could mean for you and your family. It's all your money. It's just a matter of where you place it and how you move it. With the help of really good people, experts. So you're not burning your money at 30%, like paying a mobster. Instead, it's maybe 6.5%, 7%, something in that ballpark, plus $10,000 in interest is tax deductible. This is why people are doing this. It's just a no-brainer. Plus, if you act now, you can even delay 2 mortgage payments, giving you an extra cash for this season. Wouldn't it be nice to start off the new year without that debt, that credit card debt, those monthly minimum payments? It costs nothing. This is important. It costs nothing to find out how much you could save. Nothing to find out how much you can save. The holidays will be here before you know it. In fact, they're almost here. So call one of their salary-based mortgage consultants today. It's American Finance. We're the best of the best, folks. Call American Financing today. Here's the number. Ready? 888-900-1828. I know it's evening, nighttime in some places. Go ahead and call them. 888-900-1828. 888-900-1828. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334. NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
See this ABC News. George Stephanopoulos, they settled a lawsuit with Trump for $15 or $16 million. Because they accused him of being convicted of rape, which he was not convicted of rape. And I've said this over and over again. In fact, that's what they charged him with. But that's not what he was convicted of by a jury. And Simone Sanders, who, as I recall, was an advisor to Joe Biden, or maybe it was Kamala Harris, but I do remember that she was a very, very disgruntled individual. She was at a senior level. And they basically kicked her ass out. But there she is, MSLSD, which is where reprobates go. She had this to say. Cap 10, go.
The press is in a difficult position. Everyone understands that. That doesn't change the obligation to be straightforward and objective when it comes to Donald Trump.
I would just say, this feels like it has a real chilling effect. Shout out to the Standards Department. Okay, Standards is always making sure that we are keeping the bar high and substantive and accurate. But what George Stephanopoulos said in that interview, it seems to hold up with what the judge said after the fact. And now his news organization and himself, George Stephanopoulos himself, is paying $1 million of his own money to the lawyers, and ABC $15 million. It's insane.
No, it's not insane. You throw the word rape around, you better know what the hell you're talking about. He was not convicted of rape, which was what the civil complaint headline basically was. Remember the story where she bumped into, I think it was George Conley or one of these reprobates, was advising her on how to go forward, and then some dark money billionaire Democrat helped finance her lawsuit against Trump. You know, it's so sleazy. It's so damnable. And no, people need to be held to account. And you win some and you lose some of these lawsuits. And from a business perspective, actually, ABC did the right thing. Now, it's these other networks are saying, what's the big deal? You shouldn't have done that. You've hurt us. Because they don't believe in the truth. You know, it's a very high bar for a public official. But when you accuse them of rape and they're not guilty of rape and they didn't rape anybody, that's kind of black and white. And so this is a victory. This is a victory for the truth. Nicole Hannah-Jones. Remember her 1619 project? She is a Marxist. She is really a radical. She's way, way out there. I've spent way too much of my life on this broadcast talking about her and explaining her to the American people and what she wrote, and responses to what she wrote. She's very upset.
So, I'm back. Hey, Jody.
It's all about her. Turns out it's all about her. No surprise there. Cut 11, go.
I came across the cell phone.
Facing an epic battle in the next 4 years with an administration that we know, I mean, as you just laid out, has a history of attacking journalists.
Now, hold on. Barack Obama attacked journalists like nobody before. And nobody since. How come you lie about that? How come you don't mention that? Why is that? Nicole, may I call you Nicole? Why is that? Now, she's a multi-millionaire spewing this crap. Selling this crap. CRT and all the rest of it. 1619. You've had award-winning historians that have ripped her writings apart. Said
I don't even think the phone itself is broke. It's just the cover is cracked.
They're barely readable. But nonetheless,
A newer iPhone laying there on the ground out there.
The fact of the matter is, he has a history of attacking journalists. Barack Obama had a history of prosecuting journalists. I write about it in On Freedom of the Press. That was my, I think, 2021 project, wasn't it, Mr. Producer? Something like that. Go ahead.
Journalists are suing journalists, are surveilling journalists, and also...
He wasn't surveilling journalists. Obama was surveilling journalists. Biden was surveilling journalists. What they did to social media, we know from Twitter what they were doing. Trump didn't do that. What are you talking about? And it doesn't
Yeah, I got what I needed, but I found a cell phone laying on the ground. Oh, it's Spanish? Oh, different languages.
Which is what Trump tried to do with 1619 project.
I think I'm going to run this in real quick. Because there's no emergency contacts here. I don't know. How do you do that with these phones?
Legislate against the work of journalists? What the hell is she talking about? Seriously. I have no idea. Go ahead.
It's a time where the committee to protect...
Shut up, you idiot. Rambling buffoon. Fake fraud, phony. Just shut up. I'm sick of you. I don't even know why I played that. Why did I play that, Mr. Producer? It's been a light moment. Be right back.
Mark Logan. New Year's Eve is live across America on Sirius XM.
Usually there's like a
2025 with Fish at Madison Square.
NOK or, you know, a next of kin number or something like that you can call. Let's see one. All right, let me run this in real quick. I'll be right back. All right. I'll let them figure it out. I just don't want that person coming to my house because there's no next of kin number or anything. Yeah, it was locked, so I wasn't even going to try and fuck with it. It wasn't broken yet. I mean, the screen protector, you could tell, has been scuffed and cracked, but the phone itself was in good shape, so.
But for those in the Holy Land facing the ongoing war, now on 8 fronts, at a time of fear and uncertainty, our media don't show the number of people who live in the Holy Land, number of Jews, Israelis, who are on hard times, having difficulty making ends meet.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of casualties in the IDF. You don't hear about that. I guess we have to tell the Hamas health unit, or whatever they call it, put the information out. We're the breadwinners off the war. People are struggling.
Yeah, plus I don't want them to come to my house looking for it. Accusing me of some shit. So. During this holiday season, many living through the war in the Holy Land are grieving the loss of loved ones, while also during isolation and hunger. You know, in this audience in particular, we want them to know who they are, we support them, not just in spirit, but in substance. That's why I partner with one of the great organizations, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Hey, you guys are going to get some lake effect up there pretty soon, though, in the next couple of days, because it's going to be cold and dry here, but you guys are going to get the lake effect stuff. We missed most of that. Dirty's going to get it too, over in Pittsburgh area.
feet a liter the Holy Land. That's 844.
That's weird.
866 IFCJ.
Just it depends on the direction of the wind, but yeah, most of the time, same thing.
It's just so.
I'm like 25 miles south of the border, so
What will it do to the free press? What free press?
it'll just clip just north of me most of the time. We've had some good snows since I've been here, but not that many.
Free press. Well, the press that's free.
Not like they get on the west coast of Michigan
But that's not what's meant by a free
and up
press.
north.
Free press is supposed to be an entity where the individuals who are involved in reporting to you and me are serious about gathering the facts, gathering information, and providing them with
Ryan Hall says you guys are getting it though.
not a political agenda or ideological agenda. Now, obviously, it won't be perfect. Everybody has a particular viewpoint, but you're supposed to try.
Yeah, generally that's what we get too.
They even try. You know, they write these screeds to each other. I've read some of them to you. I have some of them in my book on freedom of the press as well as other books. But they say it's our duty, our responsibility as a press to cover Donald Trump differently. Oh, really? They always cover Donald Trump differently. Matter of fact, they always cover Republicans differently. But Donald Trump, they've done the worst. The worst of the worst. The way they've treated him. But this isn't a battle where they're defending a free press and pillaging a free press.
Yeah, he's not, his concerns aren't that big in your area. He likes the tornado alley and the hurricane spots.
That's what we're doing. If you accuse somebody
Yeah, I know.
of guilty of rape and he hasn't been, well, that's to be punished. Oh, they're going to punish the media. It's a funny thing, America. When this nation was founded, we had these libel laws.
Max Velocity, I don't think I've ever watched him.
And early on, when we didn't have a central government, those libel laws were used all the time. And
Ryan Hall's like from what, Tennessee?
There was no distinction between a public figure and a non-public figure. That was concocted by the U.S. Supreme Court in the New York Times case. New York Times v. Sullivan. They manufactured that whole thing in order to ensure a free press, but it hasn't ensured a free press. It ensured an utterly irresponsible partisan press that tries to influence our election. It tries to brainwash us with propaganda. That's not a free press. So those punishments that the states had and so forth, many of them were destroyed.
I don't know who those guys are that had the little storm vehicle, but they copyrighted me one time. They can suck it. I'll never play another one of their videos.
And they haven't been. There's no standard that'll let you get away with that. Last time I checked. So ABC
Might have been them. I don't know.
had to pay $15 million. George Stephanopoulos had to pay $1 million in legal fees or something. Nothing to him. He makes like $25 million a year, whatever he makes. You believe that, by the way? Can you believe that? At Clinton oil? And at the war room against women? This is the nature of the incestuous relationship
Yep.
between the press and the Democrat Party and radical left.
It's a hard strike too.
But then, what's meant by a free press? So back then, when years went on and we got a Constitution and then we got a Bill of Rights and the First Amendment, free press, freedom of speech.
Really, I'll have to check them out, Pink Taco.
Against, well, they didn't have media companies back then, but against a publisher, a pamphlet, publisher of a newspaper. They didn't really have bylines back then either. So if you're going to sue, you had to sue the whole entity, which wasn't that big to begin with. But that's what was done. It was done a lot. Then, of course, we got the court in the 60s, which was obviously the most brilliant court the courts have ever seen before. And that's when we get this New York Times something. But it's done enormous damage to our country. Look, I want a free press. But you cannot have these buffoons, Democrats, radicals, leftists, jihadists, Marxists, dressed up as journalists just by saying they're journalists and they work for some massive corporation that just happens to have a so-called media or news platform. Look at us. This is a free
Check them out.
Elon Musk, we wouldn't know what was going on there. Now they're in bed with the Democrat. Look at Zuckerberg. Look what he did in the 2020 election. All right, we're going to move along. We salute our armed forces, police officers, firefighters, emergency personnel, our truckers, men and women in Ukraine. I, for one, with you.
Got a little bottle of Basil Hayden to bring in the new year.
And you, the beautiful American people, the Yanks.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell?
No Buffalo
I'm Jay
Trace
Jackson,
tonight. We're going with the
CEO of
good.
Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator.
Hey, same to you, 420. I'm just about home, so about to end this, but I appreciate you coming in. Happy New Year.
For your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
You know, as they say, one person's personal information is another person's treasure.
Exactly. That's why I use
Check the mail.
NordVPN every time I surf the web.
Wife comes in from the other side.
Protection Pros safeguard devices from phishing websites and disable intrusive ads and trackers. Just check NordVPN.com, grab the deal, and see for yourself. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Auto repair bills are through the roof. $3,000 to replace the transmission, $4,000 for a blown engine. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all out of pocket. You need an Endurance Auto Protection.
Oh, they didn't come today?
With the mileage, if your car is under
The
20
fuck?
years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified.
Fucking garbage can is full.
And they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now.
4 hours. We only got 3 here.
Complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again.
We're going to watch the country music countdown.
378-7241. 800-378-7241. Again, that's 800-378-7241.
Rob Schneider did it last year. He did a good job.
I'm Stacey Washington, triggering the left.
Oh, kitty, kitty.
9 p.m. to midnight. The best 3 hours of your day.
All right, guys. This is the final one for the year. We'll see you guys next year. I know it's stupid, isn't it? Love you guys. Peace. Have a great one. See you later.
Luma Energy says nearly